Hello, I'm Cherie Valentine, and I am back kicking off the new year with a new Tappy Break. And we're going to talk about resolutions today. And I just think that we all take our resolutions way too seriously and get too hung up on, oh my God, it's January 1st, and now we have to have this long list of things that we need to do. And then a week later, a month later, none of them fall through. And then we beat ourselves up because we didn't do them. And that's ridiculous. So, let's stop clowning around and get real with our resolutions, shall we? So here we go. We're going to tap today on all the crazy, ridiculous ways we've been approaching our resolutions in the past and really tune into what's really true and real for you today about what you really want to resolve to create this year, what you really want to resolve to change for this year, and be real and be truthful and realistic about that. Okay? So we're going to start in just a moment. I just want to let you know again, I'm Cherie Valentine, and I'm here every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with a new Tappy Break with a new topic that's meant to help you blast free of any blocks that are keeping you limited or stuck from moving forward in your life and in your business. We look at topics that everybody can relate to in one way or another. Some of the topics may speak to you more loudly than some of the others. But here's my promise to you. If you tap along with me, no matter what the topic is, and no matter what I'm saying, you will receive some clearing, releasing benefits. One of the best benefits you get from tapping, believe it or not, is stress relief. Our bodies carry stress every single day, and it's an accumulated stress that we hold on to and we add to. So just the act of tapping while you are intentioning anything will release stress from your body, and that's always a healthy thing because stress actually can put weight on. It causes anxiety. It can cause you not to sleep. And because you're all suffering with some sort of stress overload. So just like coming in every week and tapping with me, whether it's live or on the replays that are available on my YouTube station at Cherie Valentine, and the playlist is Tappy Break, you can just start to actually reduce your stress levels and see what difference that will make. Now, when you tune into something that's really specific around the topic I'm presenting, your freedom that you'll receive from the tapping is going to even be elevated that much more, and the stress that you release will be that much more. So please set your calendars, put a date for yourself once a week, whatever time works for you, to come in and spend 15 minutes with me and tap. Alrighty, let's get started on today's resolutions. As always, before we tap, I'd like to invite you to just ground and get present and just be here in this moment, to let go of anything that's come before and anything that you have waiting for you when you're done. Give yourself these next 10 to 15 minutes for you to be present, centered, grounded, and just here. The best gift you can give yourself is the gift of presence. And it's an intention that you set to be present. You start to remind yourself that no matter what you're doing, to be here now. Because the truth is, no matter what else you might want to be doing, you're not doing it anyway. So do what you're here to do and give your attention, whether it's a task, whether it's a conversation with somebody, whether it's a meditation or something you're doing for your own self-love. So take a deep breath in and release. We'll do that together as a community. Let's breathe in and let go. Breathing in a grounding, centering energy and presence. Letting go and releasing stress, anything else that's calling to you. This is your time. This is your gift. This is your present to yourself. So imagine a grounding cord starting at the base of your spine and traveling down through all the floorboards and all the layers of the earth and connecting into the center of the earth. Once this connection is made, Allow it to expand so that it is not only out past your physical body, but it's out 360 degrees around and past your physical body and the energy body as well. You are rooted and you are grounded to the earth's energy. And each breath that you inhale, each breath that you take in, fills you and fills the space around you with support, with nurturing, with centering, with grounding, with love, and with source. And each time you exhale, you're releasing and letting go anything that does not serve you. Anything that you are ready to just release and let go. And you don't even need to know what that is, and you may know. So you breathe in the support and you release the blocks. This is a gift. This is a present. The gift of life, the gift of breath, the gift of connection. Now breathe in and bring in from above white light and allow it to not only fill you but surround you. This white light carries the vibration of all colors, and it's giving to you whatever it is that you need. It's cleansing, it's purifying, it's clearing, and it's also protective. So you root in and receive the earth energy, and you bring in the divine energy, and you allow the two to work together. You allow the yin and the yang, the masculine and the feminine, to flow through you and integrate and to source you so that you're whole and healthy and you are connected to your truth. You're connected to your space. You're rooted and grounded in your truth and what's right for you. And you learn to block out the influences that don't serve you, that don't support you. Now that we're all here, let's start tapping. What I'd like for you to do is to tune in to how you feel when I say, how are your New Year's resolutions going so far? Some of you are probably already filled with self-hatred and blame and shame. Some of you don't even make them and don't even care. And then most of you are somewhere in between. It doesn't matter what you're feeling or thinking. It's just allow it to speak to you and tune into that feeling. Do you feel it in your body? Do you get a memory? Because the more that you can tune into specifics around this, the more that you are going to shift and release and let go any hold that it has on you. So hold your personal intention as we tap. We always start on the karate chop point. Take the fingers of one hand and just on the outside of your other hand. And we start here and set up our tapping round. So even though I've made these resolutions again, here I go, a week into the new year, and I'm already falling short. And you know what? I choose to accept that and let it be okay. So even though I'm already falling short on my New Year's resolutions, I choose to be okay with that and to love and accept myself where I am right now in this moment. So even though the thought of New Year's resolutions and whether I'm doing them or not causes me so much stress, I choose to be calm and release the stress. So now we'll tap through the points. And you just keep repeating after me. All this stress around resolutions. All this stress about making changes just because it's a new year. The truth is, it's really just a new day. The numbers of the year may have changed, but it's still just another day. And yet I put all this pressure on myself that I have to get it right, and it has to start January 1st. And realistically, who's ready to start on January 1st? It was a Friday this year. It's before a weekend, after a long holiday. Why all this pressure that it has to be a certain day that we begin? And why does there have to be all this list of resolutions? And all this pressure I feel? Because if I don't do it this year, I'm going to feel like a failure. All those years, I failed to match my resolutions, or at least to do all of them. Sometimes I do it, but I always think it has to change, and it has to change now. And all this pressure and stress to make a big change. Change happens gradually, a little at a time, a day at a time. A new repetition at a time. We create new habits by repeating. And it's so much easier to do this when it's sourced by love, genuine desire, and intention, rather than shoulds. Most resolutions are actually sourced by shoulds. And whose shoulds are they anyway? Are they my shoulds? Or are they shoulds I've taken on from others that I just believe should be my shoulds? I choose to look deep within my heart, to be realistic with who I am, and set an intention for myself that will serve my highest good. And let that fuel my steps, my actions, and my resolutions. And maybe I can just work on one at a time. Once I've created a new habit, a new pattern that's become comfortable, and I can really see that and celebrate that and acknowledge the shift that I have made, and it becomes part of my new normal, then maybe I can take the next step. We put so much pressure on ourselves to get it right overnight, instead of taking the steps, acknowledging the steps, seeing the success in the steps. We want to go from 0 to 100. And when you do that, you miss all the glory between. Because there is magic when you go from 0 to 1, and 1 to 2, and 2 to 5, and 5 to 10. And you rob yourself. You deny yourself the joy and the success that is yours to receive when you try to go too far too fast and don't recognize what's happening in between. So right now, I give myself permission to let go of the shoulds of my resolutions and to choose the love for myself and for the community I serve, to choose a different path. In this one area, I'm setting an intention for myself, fueled by love, by passion, by service, by creativity, so that I can be my best self. Because that's what I deserve. That's what I'm choosing. I'm choosing to be my best. I'm choosing to unleash my unlimited potential. And that starts one step at a time, one moment at a time, one day at a time. And if I fall one day, that's okay. I haven't blown a whole year. I've just missed a day. And I can begin again. So I am resolving to view my resolutions from a new perspective that is sourced and fueled by love and joy and choice. Take a breath and let it out. Just let it all go and tune in. What did that bring up for you? Was that comfortable for you? Did that make sense to you? Were you fighting my words? Did you find peace with those words? Were you inspired and able to look at things a little differently? If you're still feeling pretty lousy about resolutions, I invite you to continue to tap. Rewind the video back to the starting point and just tap through whatever is coming up for you. If you have a particular memory, that is wonderful. That means that you have actually found a golden nugget that can free you, that can be pay dirt, okay? Because it's those specific things that have happened to you in your lifetime, and most of them that you don't remember but might pop up while we're tapping, that actually began the negative experience around resolutions for you that have continued to compact each and every year and become a more exponential stressor for you, and there's no hope of having success. So if you can go to the source of where it began and collapse it with tapping, you are going to have a whole different experience with your resolutions. I'm Cherie Valentine, and it is my passion and my joy to help you free yourself from these limiting beliefs and stories and experiences and step into your brightest potential. I love to help you find harmony in your life and in your business and to be living by your rules and your terms. So the more that you can dust off the dirt that's covering up your own brilliance, the more you can step into that. So seek me out at CherieValentine.com. Please take advantage of my free resources, and in particular, the grounding meditation that you can do through audio each and every day and start a new ritual for yourself that will help you to feel more successful and set your day for success and to be more in tune with your own truth and less of the shoulds. And join me again next week for another Tappy Break. Take care.